The castle courtyard transforms into a winter wonderland, draped in snow, as snow's enchanting melody fills the air. With surprising strength, Snow lends her hand to bakers, moving heavy loads of bread across the courtyard. Spotting a shivering villager, Snow's heart melts with compassion as she removes her warm scarf. In a gesture of pure kindness, Snow gently offers her scarf to the villager, providing warmth against the bitter cold. In the opulent queen's chamber, the queen stands before the ornate magic mirror, her regal posture masking a simmering coldness. Her voice echoes with icy command. Mirror, mirror, bright and tall, who's the kindest of them all? The mirror responds, its ethereal voice revealing. The kindest heart belongs to Snow. Her gentle ways now steal the show. A mask of regal composure shatters as jealousy contorts the queen's face, revealing the darkness within. Lost and alone, Snow traverses the dark, snow-laden forest, her fear growing with each step. The huntsman abandons Snow as instructed, leaving her to face the forest's chilling embrace. Snow's expression reflects the terror of her isolation as she wanders deeper into the menacing woods. The camera captures Snow's mounting fear, her every step a testament to her increasing vulnerability. As twilight descends, Snow stumbles upon a quaint cottage, a beacon of warmth amidst the cold. With a hesitant step, she crosses the threshold, entering a world scaled for smaller beings. Inside, a sense of miniature perfection greets her, every item meticulously placed. Exhaustion overwhelms her, and she seeks solace in an improvised bed of chairs. Surrendering to fatigue, Snow drifts into a peaceful slumber, the cozy cottage enveloping her in its embrace. The door creaks open to the cozy dwarf's cottage, a haven after their long day in the mines. The dwarf's weary faces light up with surprise as they discover Snow peacefully asleep on their bed. After Snow shares her harrowing tale, a wave of warmth and empathy washes over the dwarfs. Jolly, his face radiating kindness, extends a heartfelt invitation. You're welcome to stay here with us, Snow. The dwarf's cottage transforms into a sanctuary of friendship, radiating warmth and safety. Sunlight floods the dwarf's cottage, turning dust motes into sparkling jewels. Snow, her smile radiant, hums a cheerful tune, stirring fragrant soup. The dwarfs watch Snow with undisguised delight, their weathered faces softened. The once quiet cottage now echoes with warmth and laughter. The air is thick with the comforting aroma of herbs and vegetables. In the queen's chamber, daylight streams in as the queen, disguised as a sweet old woman, carefully examines a shiny, red apple. Her wrinkled hands move with practiced ease, putting the finishing touches on the tempting fruit. She gazes at the apple, a wicked glint in her eyes as she completes her dark creation. With a sinister certainty, the queen whispers, "This will be the end of Snow." The apple gleams, an innocent facade hiding a deadly secret, ready to fulfill its dark purpose. Her transformation complete, the sweet old woman's guise hides the vengeful queen, poised to strike. Before the dwarf's cottage, an old woman, malice in her eyes, confronts Snow White. The woman tempts Snow White with the apple. "Just one bite, dear. It's magic." Snow White hesitates, then reaches for the gleaming fruit. Snow White takes a bite, and then collapses. In the hushed heart of a snowy glade, the dwarfs gently lay Snow White in a crystal bed. A young prince wanders into the glade, his eyes mirroring the winter's serene beauty. He kneels beside Snow White, his breath misting in the frigid air, a whisper of grief escaping his lips. Such kindness should never fade. He lifts the piece of apple from Snow White's throat. Snow White awakens. The stillness of the glade is broken as Snow White awakens, signaling the end of the curse and the dawn of a new day. Snow and the prince ride into the village, where joyous shouts fill the crisp air. The village erupts in cheers as Snow and the prince approach. Far away, the queen's magic mirror abruptly shatters, its power broken. Life flourishes anew as Snow and the prince build a cottage near the dwarf's dwelling. And so, Snow and the prince lived amongst the villagers and dwarves, spreading kindness throughout the land. Once upon a time, in the peaceful kingdom of Arendelle, a glowing iceberg appeared far beyond the North Mountain. But this was no ordinary iceberg. It shimmered with both snow and fire. Queen Elsa sensed a strange magic from it. "It's calling to me," she whispered. Anna, always ready for adventure, grabbed her travel bag. "Then we're going." Together, they set off at dawn with Olaf, Kristoff, and Sven as they crossed frozen seas in a magical iceboat Elsa created. Mysterious storms began swirling above them, snowflakes and sparks of fire rained from the sky. At last, they reached the mysterious place, the island of the Snowfire Crystals. There, the trees were half frozen, half burning, and glowing crystals grew from the ground. At the heart of the island stood a giant crystal tower, pulsing with light. A strange creature appeared. It looked like a fox made of both fire and snow. "You are the protectors of balance," it said. "But the crystal magic is broken. If the snow and fire don't unite, the whole island will vanish and take Arendelle with it." Elsa and Anna bravely split up to search the island. Anna climbed a fiery mountain to find the Firestone, dodging flaming boulders and using her cleverness to outwit a lava lizard. Meanwhile, Elsa entered the Cave of Eternal Ice, facing icy illusions and solving magical riddles to find the snow gem. Back at the tower, they placed the Firestone and snow gem together into the crystal heart. A magical burst exploded, snow swirled with flame, forming a glowing aurora in the sky. The island began to heal, trees blooming with frostfire blossoms. "You did it!" cheered Olaf, sliding on a fiery ice puddle. As they sailed home under glowing skies, Anna smiled at her sister. "I guess when snow and fire work together, amazing things happen." Elsa laughed softly. "Just like us." And so, Anna and Elsa returned to Arendelle, not only as queens and sisters, but as legendary heroes of the Snowfire Island.
Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Lunaria, there lived a gentle and kind princess named Princess Elara. She had golden hair that sparkled like sunlight and a heart full of kindness. Every evening, she would wander into the palace garden and talk to her best friend, a colorful parrot named Pico. The princess and the parrot Pico wasn't an ordinary parrot. He could speak the language of humans and even tell stories from lands far, far away. His feathers glowed at night, like little lanterns guiding Elara through the dark. His role was to warn Elara of dangers and keep her company when she was lonely. One evening, while exploring the old tower of the palace, Princess Elara discovered a giant silver mirror carved with strange symbols. Pico tilted his head nervously. "Princess, that's no ordinary mirror," he squawked. "It's enchanted." But before Elara could step away, a swirl of dark smoke filled the mirror, and out came the wicked witch Morgana. Hubad Witch Morgana had been trapped inside the mirror for 100 years. She was tall, with a cloak as dark as midnight and eyes that gleamed like fire. Her special power was capturing souls inside her mirror, keeping them trapped forever. "You have set me free, little princess," Morgana hissed, "and now you will take my place inside the glass." Before Elara could run, the witch waved her staff, and the princess was pulled into the mirror. She found herself in a strange crystal world, where everything was cold and voices of trapped souls whispered around her. The parrot's courage Pico, though small, flapped his wings bravely. "I must find help," he said. So he flew across mountains and rivers, searching for the only one who could save her, Prince Kale, the brave prince of the neighboring kingdom. Prince Kale was known for his courage, but what made him truly special was his companion. a magnificent flying horse named Zephyra, with wings as wide as clouds and hooves that shimmered like starlight. When Pico reached him, he cried, "The princess is trapped in a mirror by the wicked witch. Only you can save her." Without a moment's hesitation, Kale leapt onto Zephyra's back, and together they soared into the night sky, following Pico's glowing feathers as a guide. At the palace tower, Morgana laughed, her mirror glowing with power. "The princess belongs to me now," she sneered. Prince Kale drew his silver sword, which was blessed with the power to break dark spells. Zephyra circled the tower, her wings scattering starlight to weaken the witch's magic. Pico swooped down and distracted Morgana, pecking at her hat and squawking loudly, over here, silly witch." This gave Kale the chance he needed. With one powerful strike, Kale pointed his sword at the mirror and shouted, "By the light of truth, set her free." The mirror cracked with a loud shatter, and Princess Elara stumbled out, safe and free at last. Morgana screamed as the mirror's magic pulled her back inside, trapping her for another 100 years. With a final flash, the mirror turned to dust. Elara hugged Pico tightly. "You are the bravest parrot in the world," she said. Pico puffed out his feathers proudly. Then she turned to Prince Kale and whispered, "You saved me." Kale smiled. "No, princess. It was your courage and your friends that gave me strength." Zephyra neighed happily, spreading her glittering wings as if to say, "The sky is safe once more." That night, under the glowing moon, the princess, the prince, Pico, and Zephyra sat in the palace garden. Elara looked at the stars and finally drifted into a peaceful sleep, knowing she was safe, loved, and never alone. And so, in the kingdom of Lunaria, peace and magic returned, and everyone lived happily ever after.
Under the radiant morning sun, Twinkle Garden bursts with life, a symphony of colors and fluttering wings. In their flower homes, Rosie, Sunny, Lila, and Tulip awaken, their tiny forms sparkling with morning cheer. Rosie, the rose fairy, embodies kindness as she gently stretches. Sunny, the sunflower fairy, beams with a cheerful smile, radiating warmth. Lila, the lily fairy, quietly ponders, her clever mind already at work. Tulip, the tulip fairy, bounces with uncontainable energy, eager to start the day. Sunlight bathes Rosie's rose in a golden glow, highlighting the delicate beauty within. Rosie's face falls as she grasps an empty jar. "Oh no!" Lila cries out in dismay. "Without the sparkle, the garden will fade." Tulip's voice rings with resolve. "We have to find the lost sparkle dust. Let's go on a fairy quest." In a realm of verdant giants, fairies dance on beams of sunlight, their wings shimmering like captured stars. Amidst the symphony of buzzing insects, a sleepy butterfly stirs with news from afar. "I saw a twinkle fly toward the whispering woods." Sleepy butterfly whispers, its voice as soft as the breeze. From the undergrowth, slow-moving snail offers a differing view, its pace unhurried, but its words carrying weight. "The sparkle was carried by the wind," slow-moving snail declares, its voice a low hum against the rustling grass. Sunlight paints the whispering woods with an ethereal glow, each ray a gentle invitation to a hidden world. As if drawn by an invisible string, the fairies glide into view, their laughter like chimes in the wind. A glint of light, alien to the forest's natural shimmer, captures their attention. Beneath a broad emerald leaf, a tiny fairy cowers, her wings trembling with unspoken sorrow. With a voice barely louder than a whisper, the fairy reveals, "My name is Twila. I'm new here." And I didn't know the sparkle dust was important. I was trying to make my flower bloom, and I used it all. As the sun sets, the flower fairies gather around Twila, the sweet scent of blossoms filling the air. Rosie reassures her. It's okay, Twila. Sharing is good, but let's make sure we all sparkle together. Sunny's eyes light up with inspiration as she exclaims, We can make more sparkle if we all work together. The fairies join wings, humming a cheerful melody as Twila's little flower unfurls, revealing a radiant, glowing blossom.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom full of twinkling flowers and rainbow-colored trees, there lived a kind and curious princess named Lila. She wore a crown made of shimmering stars and loved to explore the palace gardens where butterflies whispered secrets and flowers glowed at night. One sunny day, while playing near a sparkling lily pond, she saw a talking frog sitting on a golden lily pad. He wore tiny glasses and held a glowing wand. "Hello, Princess Lila," said the frog. "I am Prince Theo. An evil spell turned me into a frog. Only a promise made with a kind heart can break it." Lila gasped, her eyes wide with wonder. "What can I do to help? If you promise to be my friend and share your laughter with me, the spell may break," the frog said, his eyes hopeful. Princess Lila smiled warmly. "Of course, everyone deserves a friend." She gently picked him up and twirled with him around the garden, laughing with joy. Suddenly, sparkling magic dust swirled through the air. The wind shimmered in colors of pink, blue, and gold. The frog glowed brightly, and in a flash of light, poof, Prince Theo stood before her, dressed in a suit made of silver leaves and golden thread, his wand shining with kindness. "Your friendship broke the spell," he cheered. The sky lit up with glowing fireflies and rainbow fireworks. The magical garden sang a tune as flowers danced and trees clapped their leaves. From that day on, Princess Lila and Prince Theo became the best of friends. They created a magic school for animals, where frogs could sing, turtles could paint, and rabbits could fly on leaf kites. And they all lived happily ever after in a kingdom filled with magic, kindness, and color.
In a land where flowers could talk and trees swayed to music, there lived a kind and brave girl named Princess Rosalie. Princess Rosalie was known as the Rose Princess, for wherever she walked, roses bloomed in her footsteps. Red, pink, yellow, even glowing blue ones. Princess Rosalie lived in Blue Moria Castle, surrounded by lush rose gardens, playful bunny guards, and friendly butterflies who whispered secrets of the sky. But one day, the roses cried. One morning, the roses didn't bloom. The skies turned gray, the butterflies stopped whispering, and the birds went silent. A cold wind whispered through the land. The colors are fading. The joy is sleeping. In the royal scrolls, Princess Rosalie read of a legend. Only the magical golden bird can bring back the colors of Blue Moria, but it lives in the hidden sky nest beyond the stormy mountains. Princess Rosalie took a deep breath, kissed her sleepy bunny goodbye, and set off on her adventure with her talking rose wand and a glowing lantern. Princess Rosalie. First stop was the Forest of Echoes, where every sound repeated itself except one. The forest was silent. Trees had no voice. Even the owls sat with puffed cheeks, unable to hoot. Suddenly, a little tree whispered, "The silence makes us sleepy. Sing us a song, Rose Princess." Princess Rosalie stood tall and sang a song of blooming flowers and warm sunshine. The trees swayed, the owls hooted, echoes returned. A path lit up before her. The forest had given her a glowing feather. "The golden bird will know this," said the tree. Next, Princess Rosalie reached the River of Riddles. The bridge was gone, and in its place stood a giant turtle. To cross, you must answer, said the turtle, blinking slowly. I have no mouth, but I sing. I have no wings, but I fly. I disappear with the sun. What am I?
Rosalie thought hard, then smiled.
You're the wind. The turtle grinned and formed a bridge from glowing stones. Good luck, Rose Princess. As she climbed the windy mountains, black clouds swirled around her. You'll never find the bird, laughed the wind. But Rosalie held the glowing feather close and whispered, I believe in light, and I believe in friendship. Just then, oosh! A golden sparkle zipped across the sky. The golden bird appeared, caught in a cage of shadows on a rocky cliff. The bird chirped sadly, its light fading. Princess Rosalie ran toward it, but the shadows hissed, Leave or lose your color too! Rosalie stood firm and raised her rose wand. I give my color to save the world! A giant wave of pink, red, and gold light exploded from her heart. The shadows vanished. The cage shattered. The golden bird flapped its wings and glowed brighter than the sun. It chirped a magical song, twirling around Rosalie, and kissed her forehead. You were never alone, Golden Bird said. Your kindness is the true magic. As Rosalie flew home on the Golden Bird back, a rainbow followed them. The flowers bloomed, the sky turned crystal blue. Birds sang, butterflies danced. Back at Bloomoria, the kingdom cheered, and a rose bloomed on every rooftop. The Golden Bird made its nest on the castle tower, and Rosalie was crowned Queen of Courage and Colors. And from that day forward, whenever someone felt sad or gray, they'd close their eyes and whisper, Rosalie and the Golden Bird, bring me colors today. And somewhere, a little rose would bloom.